Hello everyone and welcome back to the GrianaigCreations podcast channel. This is episode 106. My name is Kirsty, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm coming to you from a really lovely sunny Paisley in Scotland. Might not look it because it is like, whoa, is it only quarter to three? It's quarter to three and the sun's going down. I know, like I should be used to this. We've been the sun's been setting at this time for like over a month, but we are officially past the longest night of the year. We are going back into longer days. It is the new year. I'm recording this on January 1st, so happy new year to you if you are watching this. Also, I did technically miss my podiversary. That was on December 27th. I could have recorded, but you know what? I was a bit burnt out from recording through Vlogmas. I do have one video left to edit and upload, that is day 21 to 25. But to be really fair and honest, I got really ill towards the end of Vlogmas, and on Christmas Day in particular, I was really unwell. So not the most exciting Vlogmas in the world, but I'd made everyone aware of that well in advance. But yeah, I do still have a video to upload, edit and then upload. So yeah, happy belated podiversary, happy new year, and yeah. I am going to yawn, but that's because my insomnia has also kicked in, so yeah. Insomnia, Crohn's disease. It's been an interesting 2 weeks. So, I recorded a video literally just before this one, and it's all the projects I'm taking into 2024. Turns out I have 17 projects. So, that's interesting. 4 of them are blankets. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how I progress with those throughout the year, if I progress with them. Maybe 5 of them. I don't remember what one of my ideas was for a project. I have no recollection whatsoever. It could have been the start of trying to make up some sort of crochet cardigan or something. Maybe it was like the back of a cardigan, or maybe it was legit the start of a new blanket. I don't know. Like, I have no recollection. So I reckon I'm just going to make it big enough for either like a lap blanket and donate it to either a care home, or make it big enough for a baby and then donate it to the NATO unit. So it's been really interesting to take all of those projects out. But I'm here to talk about the projects that have been taken out recently and had work done. So I'm going to start with 2 finished objects. One of them you can actually see behind me, but I'm going to start with socks. So my dad asked for socks for Christmas, and yes, the ends have not been woven in, and they're not going to be, because I need to make sure that he is okay with the cast off. I want to make sure they're not too tight. And if they are too tight, I want to be able to fix that immediately, because I done like a half stretchy bind off because I don't want them too loose to fall down, but I think at the same point it's now too tight. So they are finished, but the end has deliberately not been woven in yet. So this is sock number 1. They do look ever so slightly different from one another, and I hope he is okay with that. And this is sock number 2. So this is, oh wow, they're not actually that different. Okay, it's a bit off here, but it looks spot on up here. How did that work? Literally here, this bit's the only bit that's really off. How bizarre. Yeah, really, it's just that one section. That's so strange. I knit these to my size because my dad and I have the exact same size foot. He has quite a narrow foot, whereas I have quite wide feet, I think. This is knit in Superba Volcano, which is a Rico Designs yarn. 410 meters in 100 grams, 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Knit these on 3.5. 3.5? Where the heck did I get that number from? 2.25. I done 68 stitches, and I started toe up. I done a fish lips kiss heel. I've then increased 4 stitches on the leg, just so it's a bit more roomy for him. And then I've done 2x2 ribbing, and then kind of like a half stretchy bind off. So I didn't follow any pattern for this. This was just, if it fit my foot, it should fit him. The only thing I am worried about is the leg and then the cast off. So that I thought was going to be my last finish of 2023, but it turns out I was able to knock one more epic finish off my list, and that is my crochet blanket. I still have some ends to weave in, but this blanket is done. Absolutely finito. I have a photo of it on the bed, and it is the length I wanted, but unfortunately I don't think it's wide enough. So yeah, there is that. I did put it on the bed, and then Scott and I kind of tried to lie underneath it, and it was tight at the edges. It was kind of like one of those things where you're going to fight for the blanket. And we could easily probably rotate it and just not have it as high up. But I am so glad to have this finished. I think this was where it was last time I showed it on the podcast. And I think this is where I picked it up for Vlogmas. And then I have got all of that done. I think that is a fairly decent chunk of work. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 45 rows, and then 1 additional row of single crochet right at the top to finish it off. Because I felt like if I just left it, because I do US terminology, I felt like if I just left it on double crochet, it would kind of feel a bit flared out. So I wanted that row of single crochet just to kind of keep it in its rectangular form. But yeah, like I say, there's still ends to be woven in. This was finished at 22:51 last night. So I got it done before the bells. I am well chuffed. I specifically was going to see how much I was going to get done yesterday because I wanted to set myself the challenge. I had 72 grams of yarn left, and I wanted to see if I could get it done yesterday. And this row was where I started yesterday. So I got 12 rows of the double crochet done, and then my 1 row of single, and I walked away with 0.7 grams left of yarn. So I'm really glad I also managed to get that row of single crochet in, because I think it just helps finish it. It's still stretchy and stuff like that, but I just think it gives it a nice finish because I started with a row of single crochet. Not that I can find. So I actually started with a row of single crochet and then moved into my double crochets. So I think it just gives that nice finish look. I could maybe go in and put like some sort of border in just to make it wider as well, but this blanket is done. Finito. I don't want to be working on this anymore. And by putting in a border just to extend it, that's me adding to it and picking up another project. So no, I'm not going to do that. This is just probably going to sit on the back of my chair because it is so snuggly warm. It's one of those things where the minute you lift it off of yourself, you feel the cold flooding back and you're just like, why did I move that? I'm now cold. I am so ridiculously happy to have this finished because I think this blanket has been on the go since 2020. I think there's been renditions of it because I know I tried to do a square one and it was very skewed. I think it's because I was just trying to cheat and not have to, like, I just don't think I was doing it right. I don't think I was trying to cheat. But yeah, it started as a square. I want to say in 2018. I was recently going through some photos. I've filled up all my storage on Apple and they want me to pay $8.99 now instead of $2.99. I'm like, nah, I'm going to delete old photos. So I think it started as a square in 2018 and then I decided I didn't like it because it was really skewed, and then it became a stripe blanket in 2020. I want to say like March 2020. So it's really good to have this finished now. So I'm gonna throw it off onto the other chair so that we can keep going, and then I might just get tucked up underneath it. I'm going to show this one off even though you can't see any progress on it, but there has been, and it's really not that much, but it's my podcast. I'm just going to show it anyway. So this is the Seasons cardigan by Ozetta. I put on like maybe 4 rows of progress. I picked this up while Scott and I were working through God of War Ragnarok. He plays, I watch, and I thought it was going to be a good project because it's half fisherman's rib, so it's knit one in the row below and then purl the next stitch, but that knitting in the row below, I constantly have to check I'm not kind of like catching the yarn, that I've actually gone into the row below. So it wasn't the best project for working on whilst I was trying to watch something and pay attention, because like we work together when we're playing these games. Like he does all the manual controls, but like if I see something or he can't work out one of the challenges, like I kind of help. So it's not like I don't not pay attention to the games. Like I am zoned in on that game. I am loving it. So working on a half fisherman's rib project was not the right one to pick up. So I only got about 4 rows done on it, but that's still 4 rows worth of progress. And I really would love, I don't think that's in focus. There we go. I would really love to have this finished this year because this is honestly just such a gorgeous squishy fabric, and I reckon this is just going to keep me so snugly warm. It is an acrylic yarn. This is a yarn from Aldi. The ball band has seen better days. This is in the elephant colorway and it is iron weight yarn, but this is iron with, oh no, it does have wool content. 75% acrylic, 25% wool, and it's 400 grams a ball, and the other ball of yarn is upstairs, kept away. Oh no, I dropped it. Have a nice view of my head. So yeah, I don't think I knew how much work this was going to be when I started it. Like honestly, I don't think I realised just how much work it was going to be. But it's one of those ones where even putting a row or 2 on, I feel like I'm accomplishing something, because not touching it, obviously it's going to take a lot longer to work on. putting in a row or two every now and again, chipping away, slow and steady progress. The next one I'm going to show off is the carved pullover. All links with like designers' names and everything like that will be in the description box below, because I suck as a human being and I can't remember names to save myself. So you should be very thankful that I even remember the name of the project. I would check as well the name, but my iPad is behind me. So yeah, this is the carved pullover. I got the lacework finished. I'm now just working on making the body longer. I have way more than enough yarn to complete this project without having to put the body on hold or anything like that to make sure the sleeves get to the right length. I have so much yarn for this project. I had two packs of 5 of this yarn, and this is Kartupu Elite Wool, 100 grams, you get 220 meters, and it is 51% acrylic, 49% wool. So I have 2 5-packs of this, and I haven't even touched one of the 5 packs, and I have one untouched in the first bag that I have opened. So I have way more than enough yarn for this. So it's just working away, chipping away at this one. I don't know if it's just because the weather got cold again, but my wrists have been really bad whilst working on this project, which is really annoying. I would have thought I'd have been better with like a DK weight project than say a 4-ply, but it seems my wrists just don't care what weight of yarn or size of needle. Everything hurts at the moment, so it's slow and steady progress, but this one has been great to pick up and work on whilst we've been either working our way through a game or just passing the time whilst I'm listening to an audiobook, that kind of thing. So we'll see how much more I get done. I'm going to stick progress markers in to show where I left things off when I talked about them, and kind of maybe keep clearer notes as to like when I last showed them off, that kind of thing as well. Mostly for my benefit than yours, because I have like a really bad memory through different Crohn's medications that I've been on and am on. So memory is not my strongest point, and I also have zero sense of how much time has passed. Like, people think I'm making that up, but like I legit can't tell whether it's been like say an hour or 2 weeks or, you know, like that kind of thing. It sounds really like a cop-out, but I legit don't have a sense of time. So second last project is the I say it wrong every time, but I think it's like the hooded shawl cardigan, and I have got the hood finished. So this is what I was working on last time. You will have seen this. I think I was maybe somewhere about here, and this was a fantastic project during Advent and during the time where Scott and I were working through again, God of War Ragnarok. No, it's not a sales pitch or anything like that. I'm not paid to talk about that game. But yeah, I got the hood finished, which I'm really, really pleased about. I think just because of how it's still being worked up, it looks funny when I kind of do it like that. I think because I've got one sleeve on needles and one sleeve not on needles, and it's just obviously been smooshed in a bag for God knows how long. My plan for this was going to be to pick up and work on the sleeves, because I bought a short needle. I bought a 3.5mm 25cm circular needle, because this is the needle length I prefer for doing sleeves. I prefer the nice short ones instead of having to do magic loop or DPNs. But I think the pattern calls for you to pick up colour B, which my colour B is this British, 100% British yarn that I got from Woolly Knits. And gorgeous yarn, absolutely gorgeous yarn. Do not take anything I say as like an actual criticism, because it's just personal, like personal preference. But this is what they would class as a rustic yarn. Some people would call it itchy or scratchy or those kind of words. And I agree, because I have a skin condition. Like on my hands, absolutely fine. On my forearms, I can feel it, but it wouldn't bother me. On my back and the tops of my arms, so about here where the sleeve starts, I am going to feel it, and I am not going to enjoy it very much at all. And this is going to be a jumper, a cardigan for spring into summer, where you don't need heavy layers. Obviously it'll be great in winter as well, but I just don't think, and yes, I realise the purple is at the back. I am more than aware of that fact. But I just don't think I want... Oh, I've got a snack. That sucks. It's really bad as well. Look at that. What the heck? Man, that really sucks. Wonder if I can just pull it through to the back. But yeah, as I was saying, what I plan to do is I plan to actually do the border. Like, it's rolled so bad. I plan to do the border of the entire cardigan, and then I will see, because I think I'm going to do the border in colour A, because I still have some colour C. This is a Squid Ink by Fiberpunk. This is Unicorn Mane by Lovebugs Yarns. That might be the wrong colour rate. There is a tag in there. Let's see. Is there one in this one? No, it's in the big one. Yeah, Unicorn Mane. I was right. Unicorn Mane in the Platinum Sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams. So I still have full 100 gram ball of Unicorn Mane. Haven't weighed how much is left of this. Also haven't weighed how much is left of the Squid Ink. There's some at the bottom of my bag. So yeah, I'm thinking through how I want to proceed with this one. I don't want more of the purple on the upper back area than is already there, because let's face it, it is there, like it's going to be on my back, but I'm hoping that it won't be as bad because it's not solid, but we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I think I'm going to cast on the border, and then work on the border, and then I'll see how much yarn I've got left, and then I will start the sleeves. I would love to do the majority I'd love to do the majority of the sleeves in colour A, which is the Unicorn Mane. And I think I should have enough, like if I'd done the border in Unicorn Mane as well, I think that probably would be enough for the border, and then that, and then cast off with the cuffs in this one. That would be like ideal, but we'll find out soon enough. Okay, so I technically just remembered that I do have another finished object, but I don't have it anymore, so I'd have to insert a photo. But I was asked, well, I wasn't asked, I offered to make somebody a axolotl for their niece's niece? No, granddaughter. I was, again, not asked, I offered to do an axolotl for a colleague's granddaughter because she is absolutely obsessed with axolotls, and she actually got a real life one as her gift, which was really cool. I was round her house and I got to see it, and it's so stinking cute. So hopefully I will be able to insert a photo around about here showing the axolotl that I finished, but it was like bright pink and kind of like a bright blue, so it was very, very difficult to photograph. But hopefully I'll be able to insert a photo of that roughly here. If not, it will be at the end of the video. But that was something I did work on in December, and it was really cute to make, but I just don't have it to show off. So with that said, we're moving on to the last projects that I've been working on since the last podcast, which is some minions. These were my weird yellow pills. And I've slow and very steady progress. To be fair, they haven't been worked on in the last week or so, but I am hopefully, oh sorry, I moved you, hopefully gonna get these finished in the next week so that I can get them off to their new owners. But yeah, I mean, they look like minions. So I think this is what I'll work on tonight when this video is uploading, because I need to get them done. I need to get them to their new owner. I feel bad that it's taken me a lot longer than it should have to get these done, just because like mentally I think honestly I was getting to the burnt out stage with work, and I just wanted to work on my crochet blanket. I just wanted comfort projects, and this was not a comfort project because the pattern sucks. I have had to change so much in this pattern. Like the dungarees, for example, these I made it to pattern, made the body to pattern. The dungarees were far too big. The strap for the eyepiece, done that to pattern. It literally wrapped around the body twice. Like, it was a joke. The hands, I have tried to put the hands together 3 times now. Can't figure it out, so I've just fudged that as well. Made it how I can. So yeah, it's not a fun project, but it's still a commission, and I need to get them finished and off to their new owners. So this will be the first project that it will be finished in 2024. It has to be. And with that, I will leave them out to pick them up and finish. Well, pick them up and work on tonight. I think the first one, like the big one with the dungarees already on, that is pretty much nearly done. It just needs to get sewn up. Then I need to do all the stuff, like make all the pieces for the eye, and then the dungarees for the second one. So the first one I'd say is about 75% complete. So if I can get that finished tonight, I will be very happy. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits there. Sun has it's not gone, because obviously there's still light here, thankfully, but because it's now fully behind clouds, it's actually really cold now. So I would like to get wrapped up, and I'm going to draw the curtains shut as well because I'm sat right in front of the window. But I think next time you see me, all of this is going to be gone. I'm getting a proper hair chop. having been really unwell for the last 2 weeks, even though I love my naturally curly hair when I have the help of product, you can still see like it wants to be curly, but I done nothing with it today. I done nothing to kind of like promote the curls. Even though I love having curly hair, it's a lot of effort and it's a big commitment, and having long hair is also quite a big commitment for somebody that has a chronic condition. And I go through phases where I want long hair, short hair, long hair, short hair, and I am back to the phase of wanting shorter, more manageable hair. So I'm hoping to contact the hairdresser this week, because they're obviously shut today. They'd be shut today anyway because it's a Monday. But I'm hoping to get in touch with a hairdresser and get in within the next couple of weeks to just cut it all off, basically. I'm going to keep some length like up here, but I also just want rid of like this two-tone hair. I'll maybe grab like a box dye. I can't afford the cost of getting my hair dyed at a hairdresser. But yeah, next time you see me, I'm going to look a bit different. But this year, I'm not setting any hard and set goals. I'm not really a goals person. A to-do list, I'm a to-do list person. I figured that out. But mostly only when it comes to housework. I feel way more accomplished when I see everything I've done. But this year it's back to a no-buy year, basically, because I have a honeymoon to save up for. We've paid off the actual honeymoon, that's all paid up, but we need to save up for spending money. And I'm hopefully reducing my hours in work this year. I'm only going to be reducing 3 hours per week, but that accumulates over the month and then over the year when it comes to pay. So not sure when that's going to be kicking in yet. So when I record, I might be now recording on Mondays if they let me have Mondays off. But yeah, that's all in the future. We'll talk about that when it actually becomes set in stone. But this year I'm back to no spending. I bought some yarn because my mum sent me a link that was a really good deal. That yarn's actually upstairs. I forgot to bring it down, so I'll show it off in the next podcast if I remember. I'm also back to buying notebooks. Oh, it's Stuff Your Kindle Fantasy Day today. Oh, I need to get on Amazon. There's like 50 authors that have come together and they're doing a Stuff Your Kindle Day, and it's all for fantasy books. So like World of the Fae and witches and dragons and my absolute favourite genre of books. So I need to get on that. That's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Not finishing that minion at all. Whoops. But yeah, all that to say is I'm going on a no spend period, basically, saving like crazy. Scott and I are going on kind of like a fitness kick. When I was through in Edinburgh with my sister, I was in a lot of pain, like physically in a lot of pain, and I had to use my walking aid both like the day I was there and the day I left, and that really sucks for me. I'm so stubborn that I don't want to accept the fact I need a walking aid at the age of 34. So I'm hoping that by moving a bit more and losing a bit of weight, that will help my joints considerably, specifically my hip when I'm walking, but my knees as well. I know that the weight I carry is not good on my knees. And for that I suffer. I also sit cross-legged, which does not help. It's the only way I really sit. It's the most comfortable until it hurts. But yeah, those are really my only goals. I'd also love to meet up with friends a lot more this year. Looking through my photos for the last year, it is something I did notice. I either don't have photos, like I didn't take them at the time when we were together, but I just didn't have a lot of photos of hanging out with friends for the last year. And I know that's mostly because like I stayed in my comfort zone, which is this house. So hopefully I will get out of that habit and start meeting up with more people this year and making more memories. That'd be nice. But yeah, I'm not a resolutions person. I'm not a goals person, but I do want to save up money for spending, for going back to New York. Can't wait. So that means no yarn, because I'll be buying yarn in New York, and then my mum and I are away to the craft fair in October, so that'll be another place I might buy yarn. And this bookcase here, full of books. This bookcase here, full of books. And yet I have more books and no other bookcases. That's all DVDs and graphic novels in that row there. So I can't be buying more physical books. I definitely don't need to. I have more than enough books in that bookcase and now on my Kindle, and I'm about to go add more to my Kindle. So that's why it's going to be a no-buy month. Couple of months. So I don't need more yarn, don't need more books. Definitely don't need to spend money on cake. Cake is my absolute weakness. Right, none of you need to know all of this, so I'm going to stop blathering on. I am going to go boot up Amazon. I know not all of you support Amazon, but when it comes to Stuff Your Kindle Days and it's free books and the authors are willing to put these books for free, Amazon is good because it connects to your Kindle. But yeah, I'm going to go find some new books to add to my Kindle. Then I will work on the Minions. And then the next time you see me, I will have way less hair. Hopefully, if I can get an appointment. But yeah. It looks scruffy. It just looks... It's not been cut in over a year as well, so it doesn't look healthy. It's just a lot of effort. It's so much effort, it's so much work. And when you're also still on a version of chemotherapy medication for your Crohn's, it's not nice watching it all fall out sometimes. Not all of it, obviously. Like, I shouldn't say all of it, but you see a lot of hair fall out every single day. And that's not nice. That's not a nice feeling. So yeah, it's gone from really happy and laughing to kind of sad again. So I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you so much for watching any of my podcasts, like any of the videos that I've put up. But thank you if you continue to watch me into this new year. I really hope 2024 is a good year for you. If you had a really shit one last year, that's now behind you. Let's pick ourselves up. Let's try and put 2 feet forward for the year of 2024. I will be releasing the new video of all the projects I'm taking into 2024. Not as many as I thought, to be honest. It is under 20, surprisingly. So hopefully I will get those 17 projects, most of them, apart from the blankets. Hopefully I will get those most of those projects finished in 2024, but we will see. Right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Please take care and happy crafting. Bye.